For reasons stemming from the death of his mother, Princess Diana, Prince Harry has an understandable wariness of the world's media. But, says royal expert Danielle Alzer, the prince and his wife Meghan Markle have developed a curious blind spot and will only deal with outlets that will allow them to say their piece unmolested by any sort of pesky cross-examination. The Duke and Duchess's attempts to rigidly control their public profile were discussed in the BBC's controversial The Princes and the Press documentary, televised this week. A royal engagement is typically an opportunity for the bride to meet the press informally, said host Amol Rajan, discussing the couple's first photo call in Kensington Palace's sunken garden. This one was different, he said. Harry and Meghan stuck a pond between them and the reporters. This was not the type of celebration the press were used to. The Daily Telegraph's royal writer Camilla Tominey agreed, saying, "The initial press conference was very much done from a distance. And then there wasn't really ever a proper meet and greet. Maybe the lack of understanding of what Meghan was all about might have been down to the fact they never introduced her to the press properly." Rajan lays out the unspoken contract between the press and the palace in the opening moments of the documentary, saying, "The Windsor deal is, the royals get to live in a palace, they get some taxpayer funding. In return, so long as they grant access and a steady supply of stories and pictures, they get favorable coverage. But that deal only works if both parties stick to their side of the bargain." The question was, he said, would the children of Princess Diana want to play that game? While, Meghan, according to Finding Freedom writer Omid Scobie, would, Harry wasn't so sure. Scobie said, Meghan, who of course is pretty media savvy, and from what I heard behind the scenes quite keen to meet with the journalists, Harry was like, "No, you don't realize what could happen if you do sort of step into that arena because it goes downhill from there. You will never win them over, you will never win." While William and Harry both clearly deeply dislike the press, says Alzer, the elder has obviously pursued a tactic of viewing journalists as a necessary blight, and one crucial to further his philanthropic ends. Harry has refused to toe that line. He and Meghan promised, she says, to engage with grassroots media organizations and young, up-and-coming journalists. But instead, Elzer writes, they have only agreed to interviews with friends such as Oprah Winfrey and Ellen DeGeneres, and other media outlets that offer them a platform, without any pesky scrutiny that might have in the long run led to a healthier relationship with their public. Besides, Kaiser Chiefs star Ricky Wilson said he didn't know if Prince Harry was joking when he made the comment, but has chosen not to post it just in case he was serious. The 43-year-old joked despite the moment being years ago, he didn't want to risk the chance of getting an MBE in the future. Recalling the moment, he told, he was backstage at a gig years ago and he come into our portable cabin and we were all very excited, obviously. Royalty. I'm a big fan of the royals. And I had my picture taken with him and as he was leaving he said, "Don't put that anywhere." I don't know whether he was joking or not but I'm not going to risk my MBE by putting up a picture. So the only people who have that picture are. My mum's got it under the glass of a coffee table. Ricky insisted he didn't like the picture anyway as he looked far too happy to be there. He went on to say he thinks the royal must have been joking, as he didn't give a reason. The rockstar also discussed the time he first visited Buckingham Palace with Keith Lemon. "We were very respectful, I remember going in and being in awe," he said on the royals. "I love the royal family, I think they're great. I know it's probably an unpopular to have especially someone with my political leanings, but, I defy anyone, even the biggest anti-royalists, not to be put in a room with a royal and be dead polite. It's like a default setting, you start bowing and curtsying and you don't even know why. I like it." Ricky also discussed the moment on Virgin Radio last month, alongside Gabby Roslin. Giving her opinion on the sticky situation, she said, "I think he wasn't joking." Gabby went on to say she was set to meet Prince Charles on the same day, which prompted the pair to discuss royals' outfits. Harry was wearing jeans, Ricky spilled of their meeting. His co-star went on to ask, "So today when I meet Prince Charles, face to face with him, you want me to find out if he wears jeans?" Ricky replied, "No, no. Ask him if has ever worn jeans."